See if I can run up these stairs. This is Westfield all around here. You can see a casino there for people to slowly watch their dreams die. Corporate sponsorship instead of views. They'll be open by 2024. I don't know. And I said, unless you're American, get out while you can.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Particularly out of Hackney, this place, man. My granddad, he's actually in George Orwell's diaries. He was far too humble to say things like that when he was alive. But I emailed the Orwell Society, sent them a Facebook message, and they told me this story that he's quoted as a source for. My granddad, Denzel Jacobs, he served with Orwell in the National Service before he joined the RAF. In London, they'd stay up at night in northwest London, keeping track of bombs in a bomb shelter. And Denzel was only 18 when the war broke out, and he would visit. He once visited his family, who moved out to Cambridge. And on the train back from Cambridge to London, the train shuddered because a bomb had gone off in London. The train was only in Reading or Watford or somewhere, but next to him was a family, and the family, the mum with her 2 kids, she said, I thought it would be safe to come here, and there hasn't been a bomb for 7 days. And Orwell said, that is the tragedy of humanity. It's a war. 50,000 bombs hit London. It could be a year, but you don't go to London during a war with your kids because you'll get bombed. The most moving videos, there's a left-wing film where Ken Livingstone's walking around Westfield and they tell him he doesn't have permission to film there, and he says, I wrote the law. I know I have permission, I wrote the law. If you look at this, these places now are rightly big companies that are completely over. They're very soulless. Let's see if we can see anyone here that's a business that supports the community. I mean, TK Maxx there is the closest you're going to get in terms of being an affordable Shake Shack, some big American soulless brand. I mean, if they sort of quickly cut their prices, I mean, I don't know, they're sort of strong enough business we can see them living. Thomas Cook, they're finished now. They were a good British business at one point, but with the travel crashing, I mean, it's very hard to see them having a future. Some hipster bar. I mean, to be honest, it's just a shopping centre, isn't it? And this could have been a lot more corporate, but that's not the point. That casino. I've got a friend with quite severe mental health, personality, career issues. Not in like a critical way of her, but she went through a phase of going to the casino. I was like, the last thing you need is to become a gambling addict. I bought a £200 bottle of whiskey. I'm like, that's a £20 bottle of whiskey with a £180 markup, I really like playing poker, but I can't because I just see gamblers as tied to this losing money, losing hope, getting drunk, sort of taking the joy out of it thing. Just such soulless, empty skyscrapers. And your little scarlet star. With your open mouth. And the shopping centre runs all the way through here. Like, there's so much that was destroyed that was real Hackney to build this shopping centre. You know, like the Hackney Marshes, where that used to be the heart of football. Like all the young footballers from London and all the sort of semi-professional ones. Ian Wright there played there till he was 23. And now, I mean, it's a 3-minute walk everywhere. So this is just one parade and the whole. And look there. That's a 20-minute walk. And all of this. It's just a fucking shopping centre. There's a stadium they give to West Ham for free. There's another massive stadium that's Wembley. There's another massive stadium that's New Tottenham. There's another massive stadium that's the Emirates. There's no way you can get 60,000 people in a football stadium in the next year without infecting people. It goes all the way through here. You can see there, if you look closely, you can see 5 floors of escalators and bullshit shops and Hugo Boss and all this fucking shit. I can't stay here because it fucks me off so much. Oaxaca there, you can buy some corporate Mexican food. Hipster bar, really, tapas revolution. I really saw, when me and my ex used to drink down here, I had a real sort of sympathy for the rich hipster kids because it's sort of gym box. They're never going to fill a restaurant that size, just economically, let alone with coronavirus. It's a very sort of area that sort of traps people from the middle class. There's more backgrounds who want to move to London. And in this area that's so high stress, so unaffordable, it's so violent. But the rich is next to the poor. There's no infrastructure here, there's no investment. This was so close to what the old city of London was, when the city was just like a square mile and that was it. Like a couple of hundred years ago, before the Victorians, London was so provincial. There's a heart of it, and you know, if they didn't rip out the heart, I mean, they gave it lung cancer or heart disease or a stroke or, you know, I think this is bad. The city of London, where they built all those skyscrapers turning it into New York just to make more street violence and homeless people. All this fucking shit. Having always lived here, I just really see how ugly it is. Heavenly desserts. Imagine if you own heavenly desserts. You're like now thinking, I put £5,000 a week into the lease for a dessert shop. Oh fuck, the fucking prep. Fucking construction site. What the hell is that construction site? What are they building there? Is that like a car park or a spaceship or what? Cranes. Crane of fools. Park open for exercise. Use park safely. Keep dogs on leads. Keep 2 meters apart. No groups. Take litter home. Park open for exercise. Use park safely. Yes, all the cases are in Westminster at fault, but don't think about it too closely. Don't think about how the rich got it and infected the elderly, the poverty. How hundreds of thousands of cases, so many of them with the Boris Johnsons, and those that died, so many of them with an 84-year-old grandmother who died painfully, and she could have had 4 years of life. Think about the 30,000, how they all knew 50 people. And suddenly there's 1.5 million people who know someone bereaved. Look at that. don't mind the artist that made that. I think he's made some good work. But all this stuff, it was built so modernist, just to date so quickly. It's a swimming pool. Doesn't need to look like a fucking Pringle. Maybe that's a cycling centre. I turned down the day tickets the day of the Olympics when Britain won 5 gold medals. Because I was doing an Edinburgh show. It was empty that year because of the Olympics, but also it's so clearly become this right-wing corporate British pride awful thing.